everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined this morning? Join the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sanatana from Sharjah. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your services. Please hold.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your wonderful services. Thank you for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. I have a small announcement, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Sudhakar Prabhuji's mom, who does the services here on Bhakti Sangha, she's not well. She's in the hospital, so they are still trying to figure out what exactly happening with her. I request everybody to pray for her. Her name is Padmavati. Let us all chant one time Hare Krishna. Please, everybody unmute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Yeah, speedy
Hare Krishna.
recovery for her, for his mom. Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your wonderful services. And thank you for the prayer also, Mataji. We pray to the lotus feet of the Lord that Mataji will recover soon. Thank you, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karunadevi Dasi from Nakan.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if anyone wants to introduce themselves, please go ahead. Sorry.
Hare Krishna, Sanatana Radha Mataji, your grace, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaji. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call every day and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 20th chapter and text number 1. Before moving forward, I would like to hand over the call to Anita Ramya Mataji to read the brief introduction about Prabhuji.
Mataji,
Hare
we don't
Krishna.
have introduction for Prabhuji. So Prabhuji said no,
Okay.
he's having changing every time his introduction. So he does not wanted to give us introduction. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mataji. Okay. Prabhuji has not joined yet. I think I couldn't find Prabhuji. Yeah, maybe we can chant Mataji. Is it okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We can chant. If anyone wants to introduce themselves, they can introduce. Namo Vishnu. Krishna Prasna Buddha Srimati. Vedanta Swami
Hare
Kunamani
Krishna, Hare
Namaste
Krishna, Krishna
Saraswati
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Devi
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Saraswati
Krishna, Hare
Devi
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare. Prabhuji is
Ram,
joining in a minute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram.
Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving your citizen. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please welcome to the call. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So today you are going to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 20th chapter, and text number 1. Whenever ready, please take over the call, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna, very happy to be with all of you, and I'll feel welcomed in your hearts if you kindly appear on your videos. I'll feel that you welcome me in your heart. Is my voice audible enough?
Yes, Prabhu. It is very clear.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will start today's discussion with the Mangalacharan prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to the call, Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Requesting devotees to please keep your videos on if possible. That way I can see all of you. I'll feel I'm talking to Vaishnavas. I'm sitting in the temple hall. I'm sitting on the Vyasasan, but there are no Vaishnavas in front of me. You're the only devotees in front of me. Right? So that's a request. So if you're all there, no matter what work you're doing, and I completely trust all of you, your mind will be absorbed in Srimad Bhagavatam. So please appear. So today we're going to begin another chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are commencing Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 8, chapter number 20. It's a very, very interesting chapter. And that particular chapter is Bali Maharaj surrenders the universe. Hare Krishna. Now a question. I'm questioning all of you. Did Bali Maharaj surrender the universe really? No, it was taken away from him. Chalayati vikramane baliradbhuta vamana. He was tricked, he was cheated, and thus he had to lose all the universe. So this, he surrendered, but that surrender was not a willful choice initially. It was something that was a very intelligent trick of the Lord. Chalayati vikramane. That Vikrama, Trivikrama, he very beautifully cheated Bali and took the universe. Did Bali surrender? Did he surrender the universe? Then why this chapter is named like this? That's what we are going to understand in this chapter. Yes, Bali surrenders the universe. Really? Bali Maharaj surrenders the universe. Okay, let's find out. So we are on the first verse of this chapter. We are beginning this chapter. It's very important that we also revise a bit what happened in the previous chapters. So previously, almost somewhere close to 16 slokas, Bali gets a thorough lecture from his guru, Shukracharya. So Shukracharya in 15 to 16 slokas, what he does? He's giving lecture, he's giving advice, he's giving upadesh. Yes. Although Bali Maharaj had told the dwarf Brahmana who had asked for 3 paces of land, Bali smiled and told, all right, you take what you like. But Shukracharya, he understood the purpose. He understood this personality, although may look like a small dwarf, a Brahmana dwarf, but in reality he is Lord Vishnu. So realizing his intention, he not only could realize his form, the personality. He could see the form, he could realize the personality who is behind this form, who is this personality, and also he could understand the deeper inner intention. And then thus he spoke. So first of all he revealed, Bali, this dwarf Brahmana is Vishnu. He's come in the form of Brahmachari. And he has not come as Brahmana to beg charity. He has come as an agent of Indra and demigods. He's come on their behalf. Please understand. Had you done some basic family background check, you would have understood he's the younger brother of Indra. You don't do background verification. You simply said, all right. Background verification is important, right? Yes. You're in a dangerous position by accepting to fulfill your promise. But he has come to take away your land, your wealth, your beauty, your power, your fame, your education, and he will take all these things and give it to his elder brother Indra. Yes. As soon as you agree to give him charity, he will occupy the 3 worlds. I have studied Shastras. I know the future. He's going to occupy all the 3 worlds. And unable to fulfill your promise, you will have to reside in hell forever. Yes, this is another lesson we have to learn. How many of you promised something to someone? How many of you sometimes not kept the promise? Happens. So Bhagavatam is instructing here, what happens when you don't fulfill your promise? What happens? You have to reside in hell. Of course, he says forever. That's exaggeration. There is nothing called eternal hell. That's an Abrahamic concept. It says eternal heaven and eternal hell. But as per our Vedic scriptures, there's nothing called eternal hell. So you have to stay in hell forever means for a long time. Yes. So charity is amazing. Yajna, dana, tapa, vrata. These are amazing aspects of dharma which makes you really powerful. Yes, it increases your residence in heaven. At the same time, please understand, yes, there are dangers of charity. Correct? Divide your wealth in 5 parts, he says. Religion, reputation, opulence, sense gratification, maintenance of family members. This is how you should divide your wealth. Rupa Goswami says another formula. Rupa Goswami's formula is something which is good, right? 50% for Krishna consciousness, 20% for family, 25% for emergency. So here he is saying divide by 5 parts. For your religion, dharma, yes, dharma, 20%. Reputation, 20%. Your opulence, increasing your opulence, 20%. This is also part of Dharma Shastra. For enjoyment, 20%. And for maintenance of family, 20%. This is how you divide your wealth. Of course, we follow Rupa Goswami, not Shukracharya. So he's telling, take back your promise. Yes. Because unless you recite this word Om, your promise is not a promise yet. Because the moment Om, you recite this word Om and give a promise. Om is a very powerful Akshara, it's Akshara Brahma. Then you are putting a stamp. It's a signature on the promise. But without Om, the promise is not a promise. So you have not recited Om, so no problem. Yes. Then he starts explaining the importance of body. Oh, it is very important. Body, yes, it's the basis of body is fallacy. But still, without body, there cannot be fruits and flowers. If one doesn't take care of the body, yes, you don't take care of the body, then this body will become dry. Yes. So it's a deha dharma you have to do. That's also one of the dharmas. So moment you utter this word Om, yes, then the charity given to poor man is valid. But say no. Instead of Om, say no. So first give full facility for yourself and then others. So here we should speak lies. When we can speak lie? So he gives totally 7 conditions where you can bluff. Please don't take it very seriously. Don't apply it. Understand this is knowledge. 7 places you can tell lies. Number 1, in order to flatter a woman to get sense gratification from her, you can tell lies. So this technique is applied. Number 2, in jokes. You want to joke, you want to create a light mood, you can tell lies. That time there is no problem. You can tell lies. There is a 3rd place where you can tell lies is in a marriage ceremony. My God. What in marriage ceremony you can tell lies? You can say something. Okay, of course, you should not, the basic vows of marriage or protection that you cannot tell lies. But in marriage ceremony, sometimes you have to agree to certain conditions for the marriage to happen. Let the marriage happen, then we'll see. Okay, right now, okay, we'll do it. Later on, we'll see whether to be done or not. In earning one's livelihood, yes. If suppose somebody is doing business in earning livelihood, yeah, one can lie. They're businessmen, this is a typical trick. Oh, this is good. This is actually $500, but because I like you so much, I'm giving it to you for $400. Yes. This is to get livelihood, you can bluff. When one's life is in danger, you can bluff. To save yourself, you can. Self-preservation is the first law. So you can lie. Then to protect brahmanas, to protect cows, one can still tell the untruth. To tell lie, to protect innocent animals, you want to protect the Brahminical culture, you can lie, there is no problem. Yes. And in protecting a person from an enemy, that also one can lie. You have to tell lie to an enemy to protect yourself. So these all situations you can lie. So with this Om Tat Sat, Shukracharya ends his discourse. 13 to 14 verses are there. So now what happens next? That is mentioned in this chapter. Now the class begins. Shri Shuka Uvacha Balirevam Grahapatihi Kulacharyena Bhashitah Tushtim Bhutva Kshanam Rajan Uvachahit Ahito Guru. So let's see what's happening here. Sri Shuka Uvacha. Now Shukadeva Goswami said, Bali evam, thus Bali. And what is he? Grihapatihi, which means he is a grihastha. Yes. And grihapati is always guided by the purohits, the priests. Yes. So Bali is grihapati, he is the grihastha there. He is the person who is doing the yajna. But at the same time, a grihastha is what is spoken here, Prabhupada is writing. He is always guided by his guru and priests. Yes, especially Kulacharyena. So Kula Guru, just like Pandavas had a Kula Guru, who was Kripacharya, who used to perform all the ceremonies. So he was their family Acharya, Kula Guru or guide. So this Grihapati is guided by Kulacharya. Bhashita. So he, through his speech, he offered guidance. Now this is guidance or misguidance, we are going to understand. Yes. So what was Bali's reaction? There was no reaction. Tushnin. He was silent. He was quiet. Now silence is golden. Even Prabhupada writes in his purport that through silence one can make advancement. But when? When that silence is contemplation. We hear the story of Bhagavat Mahatmya, Dundukari and Gokarna. So Gokarna takes the Bhagavat Sapta. The entire village is populated. Everybody comes for the Bhagavat Sapta. But only Dundukari goes back to Godhead. Why? Because Dundukari contemplates on the message. So till the time there is healthy contemplation, then there is advancement. Everybody is listening to Bhagavatam here. But attention with which we are listening Srimad Bhagavatam is different. And the contemplation that we are doing to the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is also different. So to the degree one is contemplating and processing that message which is being spoken in that class, to that degree we make spiritual advancement. Contemplation. So please contemplate. And what will help you contemplate better? You know how to turn on your contemplation? By turning on the video. You switch on, you turn on the video, contemplation will start automatically. Yes, it works. Try it. It really works. Some of them are trying now. That's the button. So tushnim bhutva kshanam. He became silent for a moment. He paused. He did not immediately react. He paused. Now this is something that many times we fail. We are used to giving knee-jerk reactions. Something happens, immediately you want to react. No. Pause. Pause. We may be in such a case sometimes where there is somebody who is superior to us, either superior by age, Vayovriddha, or superior by experience, or Jnana Vriddha, somebody superior to us by knowledge, or Shila Vriddha, somebody superior to us by character. Some kind of superior has spoken something, especially a superior. It's very important that we pause, take a break, and then respond. We don't mindlessly respond. Tushnim bhutva kshanam Rajan. Hey Parikshit Maharaj, Rajan, he took a moment and uvacha avahitaha gurum. Yes. So after full deliberation, he spoke. So that is this verse. It's talking about the deliberation of Bali. So basically in this 20th chapter, what is going to be described is how Bali simply ignores the advice of Shukracharya, and though he knew now the identity of Vishnu, he simply grants his request. And on receiving his boon, Vamana is overjoyed. He gave pleasure to Vamandev. If I grant this charity, Vamandev will be happy. So Vamandev was actually overjoyed. So Bali was silent in this moment, in this verse, because he is thinking. What is he thinking? No one may ask, he is silent, but what is going on in the back of his mind? What is going on in the back of his mind is Bali is able to clearly understand that his guru has advised him something in the previous chapter, but that advice is against the desire of Lord. Yes. And because my guru has advised something which is against the desire of Lord, there will be absolutely no problem in disobeying my guru. This is what he's thinking. So this is what is going on in the back of his mind. Yes, I will again repeat, because my guru has advised something which is not going to give pleasure to Lord. That is why there is absolutely no problem in me disobeying my guru. That's what he was thinking. Hare Krishna. Can we do this? What do you all think? Analyzing Guru's instruction. Right? There was one student. He was in the university and he was doing his studies. What happened was the student was a part of the student center. He was a very brilliant student. But suddenly, all of a sudden, he developed so much rasa in japa that he started chanting 64 rounds. When his other students, fellow students would ask him, Ki, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, you don't have to go to college? College, that's all Maya. That's all Maya. I'm getting the real bhakti rasa in chanting the holy name, reading Prabhupada's book, especially Krishna book, the Vrindavan Leela. Yes, reading Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, the wonderful, beautiful, amazing qualities of Krishna. I have found my real taste. What is all these mundane subject matters? I have decided not to go to college. I'll just stay here and keep chanting, and that's not done. You have to do your duty. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu, read Bhagavad Gita first. Before reading Bhagavatam, read Gita. Krishna says, do your duties. He says, oh, that is all for neophytes like all of you. I have made tremendous advancement. I am under Yoga Maya. I am doing Raganuga Bhakti. My God. But Prabhu, step 1 is Sadhana Bhakti. He said, that's what is my 4 years engineering plan. My first year was Sadhana Bhakti. Second year Raganuga Bhakti. Third year Bhav Bhakti. Fourth year Prem Bhakti. This is my syllabus. And this is how I am going to live my life. 4 years of spiritual engineering. Wow. This is what I am going to do. So there's something wrong with this person. Everybody could understand something's wrong. So they reported him to a Shiksha Guru. A Shiksha Guru came and told him something. And then he said, I reject you. Just like Bali rejected Shukracharya, I am rejecting you because you are not allowing me to follow this instruction of Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Mahamekam Sharanam Vraja. Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Masujya. So this guy, he left the student center, he went to Sridham Mayapur, and there he started doing all varieties of nonsensical things. Prabhupada said a devotee, how to identify a devotee of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Such a person will be a perfect gentleman. And this person became mental man. He was not a gentleman, he was a mental man. Hare Krishna. So here it's very difficult for us to understand what is our philosophy. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Now we need to understand that's the difference between Kulacharya and a guru. Now if you see in the Shastra, Krishna himself, before he goes on to tell the story of Krishna Sudama meeting Sandipani Muni and staying in the Gurukula Ashrama, Krishna talks about 3 types of gurus. The first guru is the father who gives us this material body. The second guru is a mantra guru. Now who is a mantra guru? Mantra guru is actually a Kulu guru who gives the mantras by which one can worship the deities, the Gayatri mantras, etc. But above that is the Shiksha guru, who gives knowledge of Krishna. And Krishna says that that guru who gives the knowledge about Krishna to you is the Supi, he is as good as me, you should treat him as good as me. So highest is one who is giving knowledge about Krishna. So is Shukracharya giving knowledge about Krishna? Yes, he told him technically, oh, this person is Vishnu. That was nice, that was a good part. But then after that what he told was, philosophy is Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. Krishna is the well-wishing friend of everybody. That's the philosophy. And he is telling, oh, he is Vishnu, is the agent of demigod. Everything what he spoke is correct. Yes, his observation is correct, inference is wrong. He is observed correctly, everything. Observation was perfect. Yes, he is agent of demigods. Yes, he is. He has come to take everything from you. Very good. Give it. Please him. That's the philosophy. If Krishna wants something, give it to him. Yes, if he is pleased with you, that's the perfection of life. That's the real teaching. The inference drawn is wrong. So don't give him, he's saying. Don't chant Om. Say no. It is allowed. And when all you can flatter. And this is he was telling that here the enemies are involved. Your enemy Indra is involved. And just so that you do not make Indra strong, you have to say no. That's 7 reasons I mentioned, right? Yeah. Bhagavatam is mentioning. So that way his inference is totally incorrect. Hare Krishna. So let's see the purport, the translation and purport. Somebody would like to read the translation? Let's see who's reading. Please raise your hands if you want to read. Yes. Grace Dayami Radha Prabhu. Go ahead.
Prabhuji, translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O King Parikshit, when Bali Maharaj was thus advised by his spiritual master, Sukracharya, his family priest, he remained silent for some time, and then, after full deliberation, he replied to his spiritual master as follows.
Yes, thank you. Somebody else can read the purport. Sunil Prabhu can start.
Yes, Prabhuji. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur remarks that Bali Maharaj remained silent at a critical point. How could he disobey the instructions of Sukracharya, his spiritual master? It is the duty of such a sober personality as Bali Maharaj to abide the orders of his spiritual master immediately, as his spiritual master had advised. But Bali Maharaj also advised that Shukracharya was no longer to be accepted as spiritual master, for he had deviated from the duty of his spiritual master. According to the Shastra, the duty of Guru is to take the disciple back home, back to Godhead. If he is unable to do so, and instead hinders the disciple in going back to Godhead, he should not be a Guru. Guru Syayat. One should not become
Guru
a Guru if
Nasasyat.
One should not become a Guru if he cannot enable his disciple to advance in Krishna consciousness. The goal of life is to become a devotee of Lord Krishna, so that one may be freed from the bondage of material existence. Tyakta deham punarjanmo naiti mam sarjana.
Okay.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Prabhu.
Gurur nasasyat svajano nasasyat. Yes. Pita nasasyat janani nasasyat. Daivam natasyat napatis nasasyat. Na mokshayetya samupetya mrityum. As soon as you attain mrityu or death, na mokshayeta, if you are not able to deliver your dependent, do not be the 6 things. Do not be a spiritual master. Do not be a relative. Do not be a father. Do not be a mother. Do not be a demigod. And do not be a Daivapatis, husband. The 6 things. You cannot accept this role till the time you deliver your dependent from going back to, you should take your dependence back to Godhead. Once there was a reporter, and Srila Prabhupada was talking about laws of karma. He was talking that you sleep too much, you become polar bear. Yeah, you eat too much, you are glutton. You keep eating something too much, you become a hog. If somebody is exposing the bodies too much, one becomes a tree. And Prabhupada was saying all these things. So the reporter asked, okay, you are talking about the next life of everybody. What about all of you? What is your next life? And Prabhupada with full confidence, he says, we are all going back to Godhead. Yes, Prabhupada said, we are all going back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Yes, That's a spiritual master who's giving that confidence. Yes, we're all going back to God. Of course, it's not something very cheap. We have to follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings. We have to read his books and follow the teachings. Very, very important. Right? I was once studying the history of Islam, and Muhammad, when he was in his deep meditation, he receives a sound of God. Just like Brahma, he gets tapa twice. Do penance, do penance. You know what does Muhammad get? He gets read. Twice he gets the instruction of reading. So I said this is the instruction that all Prabhupada's students, Prabhupada's followers should get. Read. Read Prabhupada books, read Prabhupada books. This is our instruction. We should all be reading. So unless we read Srila Prabhupada's books, we will not be able to be a genuine follower of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Anuga. Very important to read his books. Prabhupada's whole effort, his energy was put into writing his books. So we all should read nicely Srila Prabhupada's books, and we should spread these teachings. Whatever is there in Prabhupada's book, we should tell everybody. Then we'll be able to make serious devotees. We don't make, actually Prabhupada makes. So we just be an instrument in the serious devotees, solid devotees. Is very important. And then such a solid devotee, serious devotee goes back to Godhead. And Prabhupada even mentioned to his disciples, oh, what happens if you don't come back to Godhead through the main route? And Prabhupada says, do not worry, I have the back door entry, key to the back door. You can come from there, I'll open it. You can come from there. So merciful. That's the goal. Prabhupada always mentioned and wanted his disciples to be serious devotees. And the meaning of serious devotee is one who is going back to Godhead in this one lifetime. Don't delay. This lifetime you have to go back to Godhead. That's a serious devotee. And that's what Prabhupada said. And that this is a guru. Right? So, on the other hand, here we find that Shukracharya is as such deviating. He's deviating from the standard of Guru. You're supposed to take the disciple back to Godhead. You're telling me not to surrender. Yes. So, your advice is contrary to your initial teachings. You're not following your own teachings. This is a lack of integrity. And this is one of the reasons why many times the preaching fails. Yes, preaching fails. Preaching fails when one is not following one's own preaching. You don't walk your talk. Yes, practice what you preach. This doesn't happen, then the preaching will fail. Many times in a home, if the grahastha, the parents, they themselves are not following the process of Krishna consciousness properly, then the children will not be inspired to take up Krishna consciousness seriously, because they are seeing, oh, my parents, in association of devotees, they are something. And when there is no association of devotees, they are at home, they are something else, they are someone else. This is not proper. So when such double standard is seen, then the children are not very inspired to practice Krishna consciousness. Okay, so here Bali Maharaj is seeing double standard of Shukracharya. One devotee, he told that, Prabhu, I just want to do book distribution. I don't want to cultivate devotees. Said, why? Because you want to cultivate devotees, you have to follow those. Devotees will watch you. They will look at you. Is Prabhu following whatever is there in the book? Is distributed in this particular book? And whatever is teaching in the book, they will check and will verify. Is this person following? Oh, it's such a serious responsibility. I'm not going to cultivate devotees. I just give book and run away. Let someone else cultivate. Right? So that's the very important principle we learn from here. All right. Riya Mataji, your turn to read. I'll just highlight the section where you can start reading. I'll just share the screen. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Go. From here, the spiritual master.
Yeah. The spiritual master helps the disciple attain this stage by developing Krishna consciousness. Now, Shukracharya has advised Bali Maharaj to deny the promise to Vaman Dev. Under the circumstances, therefore, Bali Maharaj thought that there would be no fault if he disobeyed the order of his spiritual master. He deliberated on this point. Should be should he accept the advice of his spiritual master, and should he independently do everything to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He took some time. Therefore, it is said, Tushnim bhutva kshanam rajan uvacha vahito gurum. After deliberating on this point, he decided that Lord Vishnu should be pleased in all circumstances, even at the risk of ignoring the Guru's advice to the contrary. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. This section is very clear, doesn't need much of discussion. We'll request His Grace Pitambar Prabhu to please read next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Anyone who is supposed to be a guru, but who goes against the principle of Vishnu Bhakti, cannot be accepted as guru. If one has falsely accepted such a guru, one should reject him. Such a guru is described as follows. Mahabharata Santi 57.7. Gurorapi avalaptyasya karya karyam ajanatha utpatha pratipannasya parityago vidiyate. Srila Jiva Goswami has advised that such a useless guru, a family priest acting as guru, should be given up, and that the proper bona fide guru should be accepted. Sakkarma nipuno vipro mantra tantra visarada avaisnavo guru nasyad vaisnavasva pacho guru. A scholarly Brahmana, expert in all subjects of Vedic knowledge, is unfit to become a spiritual master without being a Vaisnava. But if a person born in a family of a lower caste is a Vaisnava, he can become a spiritual master. Padma Purana. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So there are two shlokas mentioned here. So one shloka is talking about how Gurorapi avilaptasya karya akarya majanatah. He doesn't know proper shastra. What is to be done, what is not to be done. Ajanatah. He doesn't know. Utpatta pratipannasya parityago vidiyate. Such a useless guru who is just acting as a family priest should be given up. Yes. Now if you see, sometimes there are some families, pious families, who also have a Kula Guru. Okay, this is our family guru. And usually that family guru, what is the role? They do the different kinds of samskaras. They may do Namkaran samskar, giving the name to the child. They may do Vivaha samskar, getting the marriage done in the family. They may do the different kinds of Dashavidha samskar, Shodash samskar, 16 samskaras which are there. Antyeshti samskar, all these things for the purpose of performing the rituals, the Vedic rituals. They are also considered to be a spiritual master. Why? Because they are doing rituals. But if such kind of gurus are acting against Vaishnava principles, Vaishnava Siddhanta, then that particular instruction should not be taken seriously. And Shukracharya is a Kula Guru here, or he is a person who is like that, just giving the mantras, just doing this rituals. So Shukracharya was as such doing the oblations and yajna for increasing the piety of Bali Maharaj, to increase the power of Bali Maharaj. He was doing that. That was his role. But Bali Maharaj actually took Shiksha of Krishna from Prahlad Maharaj. It was Prahlad, the Mahajan, who actually taught Bali Maharaj about Krishna Bhakti. Yes. Even if you look at Pandavas, they had different gurus. The Kula Guru is Kripacharya. Dronacharya is the martial arts teacher. Yes, so he is Dhanurved Guru. Their spiritual masters were Daumya Rishi, Vedavyas. They were all their spiritual masters because they learned Krishna conscious knowledge from them. Sometimes even Narad would come and give them instructions. Sometimes even Markandeya had come and given them instructions. So these all great sages were their gurus who taught them about Krishna consciousness. Right? The next verse is Satkarma Nipuno Viproyo. Brahmana may be expert at all the Vedic subject matters. Mantra, Tantra, Visharada. He knows the mantra science, he knows the worship Tantra, Mancharatra Vidhi. Visharad is very intelligent. But Avaishnava Guru Nasyad. If you are not a Vaishnava, you can't be a Guru. Vaishnava Shwapacho Guru. On the other hand, if a Shwapacha, Shwa means a dog, Pacha means who can digest. If dog eater's family, somebody belonging to dog eater family, not a Brahmana family, but he's Vaishnav, he's chanting the names, he's a Guru. Yes, Vaishnav means who has chanted the holy name, Krishna Ekai Sharana. In the early Kali Yuga, what is Krishna Eka Sharana? What is the process of Krishna Eka Sharana? That's what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to teach. He's come to teach us practical Sharanagati, chanting the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is doing the Krishna Eka Sharana. And by chanting Krishna Eka Sharana, what will happen? The other 25 qualities of Vaishnava will develop. Yes. So there are 26 qualities of Vaishnava. So by observing these 26 qualities, one can understand who is a Vaishnava. But out of those 26 qualities, one quality is called the Mukhya Lakshana, the main guna. And the other 25 are Gauna Lakshana, they are secondary qualities. And what is the primary quality? Primary quality is Krishna Ekasharana, taking shelter of Krishna and chanting the holy name. And when one chants the holy name properly, without offenses, then all other 25 qualities, Kripalu, Akritadoha, Satyasarasama, Nidosha, Vadanya Mrudu, Suchi Akinchana, Sarvopakara Shanta, Krishna Eka Sharana, Amiha, Aniha Spriha, Vijita Shudguna, Mittabukka, Apramatta Manada Amani, Gambira Karuna Maitra, Kavi Daksha Mauni. So like that, these are 26 qualities you can find in the 11th canto Bhagavatam in Uddhav Gita, which is explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Chaitanya Charitamrita 2. So these 25 qualities will develop to the degree one has chanted nicely. Is chanting properly, the process of chanting will work, those 25 qualities will become visible, manifest. So such a person is a Vaishnava. And then it is totally immaterial, just like Sanatana Goswami writes in Hari Bhakti Vilas. What happens after Diksha? Just like a bell metal, when mixed with mercury, gets converted into gold. So Guru is that alchemist. Having taken shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and receiving the Vaishnava Diksha, the alchemist Guru converts a disciple into Vaishnava. A person from mundane person, materialistic person, becomes a Vaishnava. And Vaishnava's body is spiritual. That's a transformation. Because one has agreed to fully accept, surrender to Krishna. Diksha kale, bhakta kare atma samarpana. Takta kale Krishna kare bhakta atma sama. So at the time of initiation, the disciple surrenders to Guru. And Bali Maharaj surrendered universe, he didn't surrender to Guru. Because Guru was not proper. But ta kale Krishna kare bhakta atma sama. Krishna makes the devotee as good as himself. Which means that now the devotee who has received Diksha after getting the spiritual initiation, that devotee becomes qualified to represent Krishna. Which means one can start preaching Krishna consciousness. Yes, now you start preaching Krishna consciousness, representing Krishna. Uddhava, he got Uddhav Gita, he got the knowledge from Krishna and then he went and represented Krishna in Badrikashram to all the sages by narrating them whatever Krishna told him. So you become qualified to preach Krishna consciousness. As soon as you hear Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters, what comes after the Sarva Dharman Parityajya? After that, Krishna tells who are not, don't give this message to such people who are envious. Na ata tapaskaya, na avabhaktaya. Whoever is not a devotee, who is not does tapasya, who is envious, don't give them this message. Why is Krishna suddenly speaking all this? Because it's expected. Now you have received knowledge, now you have to preach. So whom not to preach and whom to preach, he tells very clearly. Alright, so we'd like to pause here and open for questions. I personally have another 10 minutes for Q&A. Okay. I hand over the call to the host. They will decide. Yes. Yes, Anita Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful class. So as always, though it was fully about Guru and the disciple, how Guru should be and should not be. Thank you so much for that. And we have so many hand raised. As you said, you have 10 minutes. So we'll quickly move on to the questions. We'll go with Riya Mataji. Please go ahead. Hare Krishna Mataji, can you unmute yourself?
She had raised her hand to read.
Okay. I think
Hare Krishna
she.
Mataji, that was for reading, sorry. Yes.
Oh, is it okay? Dayamayi Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dharma's pronounced. So, Prabhuji, I have a question for you. You had mentioned in this reading that Bali Maharaj contemplated and then he rejected his guru when his guru was giving instructions to go away from Krishna, not go back to Godhead. So, if he already had this knowledge, being this Siksha disciple of Prahlad Maharaj, why is it that he wanted to take over the heavenly planets and be the controller of the three worlds when he knows that everything belongs to the Lord? The Lord gives everyone the post based on their qualification. He gives all these demigods all these administration abilities. So why is it that when he has this knowledge that it is only until the Lord came to him and asked for the 3 steps, he's willing to surrender? But when you already have this knowledge, why not just be willing to give it away before even the Lord coming to you?
Yes. As such, before this pastime, now this pastime is narrated in many Puranas also. And there's a beautiful Sthala Puran which is mentioned in Kanchipuram. And in the particular Kanchipuram, there is a Ulagalanda Perumal. There's a wonderful deity of Lord Vamandev who becomes Trivikrama. This is there in Kanchipuram. It's called as Ulagalanda Perumal. So one who measured the entire universe with his 2 steps. So there, that Sthala Puran, it's mentioned that both Bali and Indra are Krishna's devotees. But both of them, because of being in administration, because of being in a kingly role, the Rajaguna gets activated and one tends to be a controller. And the problem with the controller mentality is one wants to expand one's control, expands one's area, expand one's capacities. And in course of that, what happens? In course of that, the bhajan is compromised. So in order to teach a lesson to both these devotees, Bali and also Indra, Vamandev takes 2 steps. With 1 step, right step, he conquers all the heavens, telling Indra, this is not yours. This was never yours. And with his lower foot, he conquers earth and the lower planets, to tell even Bali that this was also never yours. So nothing belongs to both of you. I had put both of you as in charge to rule and take care of the people as a service to me. But you both, you have this controllership mentality which you have to give up. And both of them realize this and they surrender. So that is the nature of administration, management, Rajoguna. See, Rajogun has no limit. It crosses. Like Dhruv Maharaj, pure devotee of Lord. But he went out of proportion in targeting the Yakshas. Because one Yaksha killed his brother, Uttama. He showed disproportionate anger. And he went out of the way and started killing. He wanted to wipe off the entire race of Yakshas. Yes, that Rajaguna is activated. Oh, my brother got killed, I'm going to kill everyone. Right? I will control them. This mentality. Although he had met, he was a pure devotee of Lord. So this is the problem with being in the material world and taking up some kind of administration. We have to be careful. There's a danger of administrative services while practicing pure devotional service, which we all have to take care. I hope that clarifies.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. Pitambar Prabhu, okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. Pitambar Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Anita Mataji, for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, Sanatana Dharma Das Prabhu. My danduats to you. What a wonderful class. Beautiful, beautifully explained. So, Prabhu, I have got a couple of quick questions. The first one I was thinking is when you said we have got 7 circumstances when we can lie. I was also thinking of the 8th one, which I'll come shortly. But these 7, are they like sastric based, or it is just a guidance for the? Does it have any? These are all
It is Dharma Shastra, correct. It is
Dharma
based on
Shastra.
Shastra. Whatever
Okay.
comes in Bhagavatam, it's never, even Kamsa's advice, Kamsa speaking of philosophy or Hiranyakashipu speaking of philosophy, even those are based on Shastras. They are not speculated ones.
Very nice, Prabhu. Fine. Prabhu, when you were describing those 7 typical circumstances, which makes a lot of sense because it is not only sastric, but it is also
Practical.
practical. Yes, very, very, very correct. To save cow, or we need to. Now, I was thinking of the 8th one, Prabhu, when Krishna told Yudhishthira Maharaj, say Aswathama Matayate. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj was kind of bewildered that should I, because Swathama is not dead, and then Dronacharya will be giving up the weapons on out of moroseness. So is this should I say, is this one of the, could it be the 8th one? I mean, what we can think of, or how do we go about?
This is neither lie nor truth. This is absolute truth because it's coming from Krishna.
Haribol.
There is immorality, there is morality. But above immorality and morality is the transcendental morality. So this is not at all on a material plane. This is totally spiritual. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what I was, because this is Krishna's instructions. So we are supposed to be following
That
Krishna's
is absolute
instructions.
truth. there is
Absolutely.
no lie in
Yeah.
that.
But the only thing is he said very slowly,
Yeah.
Narova Kunjarova, which only he could listen. He said
Yes.
loudly Aswathama Matayate, but Narova Kunjarova. But that is what I was just, so we must follow. So perfect, Prabhu. Prabhu, second question. One of the offenses is, of course, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master, the third offense. Now, here is a situation where, the purport to verse 1 very clearly says that he was contemplating, Bali Maharaj was contemplating. And I was thinking on Bali Maharaj contemplating on his Guru Maharaj's instructions. Prabhu, not only that, to disobey the orders of spiritual master, it's a big no-no, yes. But how can we even contemplate? Is it not kind of judging our Guru Maharaj? Is it not an offense we'll be committing even if we contemplate on instructions of Guru Maharaj, Prabhu?
Yeah. The contemplation on the instruction of Guru should be how to execute. Prabhupada would say that he went to Shantipur, Advait Bhavan, and there Prabhupada would go regularly and cry. We know this pastime. And when the priest would ask him, he would say that my Guru Maharaj has given me an impossible instruction. And I will only contemplate saying, how can I do this? That's the only contemplation he had. Right? So, when a Guru gives us instruction, in case we have some challenge, it is not because there is fault in instruction, there is fault in our surrender. But at the same time, we cannot over project our surrender. If you over project our surrender, that is also disservice to Guru. So there is absolutely nothing wrong in clarifying. And take that way, even Dhruv Maharaj, he didn't reject, but in sort one way he rejected Narad Muni's instruction, right? Of course, Narada was testing him, but he didn't reject. But he didn't overproject his surrender. He said, this is perfect instruction for those in Sattvagun. But I, Gurudev, I am in Rajogun. So please give me instruction for my level, which is also all right. The same Bhagavatam is also talking about Dhruva and Narad Samvad. So that is an approach we can adopt.
Very good.
Not to
Thank you.
disobey, but to clarify our level. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Will
Thank
you-
you, Prabhu. My done was to you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Mm,
Anita
thank you.
Mataji will have to break here. I have to leave.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Is Radha Jyoti Mataji, you may ask you a question during the next class when Prabhuji comes in the call.
Definitely.
Very sorry, Mataji, for that. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class, and thank you so much for your valuable time and association, and very, very wonderful question answer session also. And with your permission, we can end the session here, and we want to resist. We should
Hare
also
Krishna.
little longer time for it. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Vipasana Vichapatranam Pavanebhyo
सर्वेभ्यो नमो नमः
Sanatana Hare
Sanatana
Krishna.
Dharma
Thank you so
Das
much,
Prabhu.
dear devotees, for joining the call. We can end